Only girls are ladies for all. 2028.
Lucky you are to be here today. I was born and bred at a village in central region called Asin Dompim. I went to Adisado College from that village. From there to Winneba Sixth Form, and after Sixth Form, I went to Germany. In Germany, I was washing plates and also cleaning shops known or called Promat shop in Hamburg. From there, I saved money and went to America. And in America, I first worked at Zaro Bakery. Then I got a gas station. I worked, and that time I was working 88 hours a week at the gas station and 40 hours at the bakery. I managed to save and bought my first taxi. Within 7 months, I had 8 taxis. 7 guys working for me and paying $40 a day. So I was making $280 from the drivers, and I was also saving 100. It means I was making $380 a day. There I managed to buy a house at East Legon for my parents, because my stepfather was an ex-military officer. He didn't save money for the rainy day. So when he went on pension, he had no place to live. They allowed him to stay at his bungalow for 6 months, and they threw them out. When I heard of the news, fortunately, Mr. Zuma Nelson and his manager were in America. So I gave them my first $16,000 in 1988 to deposit on a property for them. And Mr. Asa was very honest. He did that. The actual cost was $24,000. So after the deposit, I gave the rest of the money. That's how they moved. I went on doing business, and I decided to go to university. The organizers, before I continue, I'm finishing. It's been too long, but I have to share it with them. So take advantage of digitalization. Don't sit back. This time is very easy. When you are doing business, I sit here. My wife is in America. She had to go for a week. On her phone, she's monitoring what is going on at Ashanti Steel and Platinum Plastics. I sit here in my office, my bedroom, not my office. Because my cousin here doesn't even know that I monitor all the businesses from my bedroom. I'm sharing this with you. This is a secret. I know tomorrow he will try and get to my bed. So technology and digitalization enhances businesses. better than what we were doing before. So young men, take advantage of what is going on in the world. You can go ahead and do your masters, but whilst you are doing the masters, you should also be doing small jobs for supplementary income. Ask yourself where you want to go, how far you want to go in life. It is important. Anybody without a foresight has no dream. If you have a foresight, you dream. And when you dream, dream big. Don't be a myopic dreamer or thinker. Do it big. Think big, do it big, and you dream big. Even when I was young, my mother, anytime I go and do something, oh, Kwame, wait there. By the time she is advising me not to do it, I have already done it and paid for it. So you should have a foresight. Then cooperation. This time, you are young. You have to link up with friends, set up a company together. When you put your capital together, you'll be able to come out with a good company than one person starting from beginning. Unfortunately, this side of the world, partnerships don't work, but we have to make it work because that's how others have made it. So we need cooperation among ourselves. We don't need negative competition. Competition is important, but it becomes negative when you are envious of your colleague. So now business is easy because we've digitalized everything. You only have to be creative to know what you want. Then take advantage of it and work hard. And trust me, sky will be the limit. So sitting here, all speakers mentioning Agyapong, I'm not a magician, I'm just one of you. Just that I work hard. And I don't take no for an answer. When I set my mind on something that I'm going to do it, I make sure I execute it. So I will end here by encouraging you that if Agyapong has made it, you at the age of 20, 22 in the universities, you can do better than Agyapong. And clapping doesn't mean anything because you finish university. Clapping means I am not going to look for government job. I'm going to sell bread. But this bread, I will sell it in style because of my idea because of the knowledge I acquired on campus. I'll use a different market to sell bread. Who can make me broke? I won't, because I can go to the lowest level and sell bread. All right, Agyapong bread, pa. Some students will look at you and say, hey, look at him, he's selling bread. And one day, they will see you. That Agyapong bread, pa, has a chain of factories producing bread. You can sell blocks. And I saw about 12 cars parked. And I told him, you work for government. You live in this neighborhood, enclosed neighborhood. that everybody knows who you are. Are you dumb to park 12 cars here? What are you doing with this? You met people here. Before you came, there were people staying here. They saw your house being built. And now you have 12 cars. He is not a minister. He is chief executive. And have 12 cars parked. I advise him, you got to be humble. You are exposing yourself. I don't want to tell you what has happened to him. You know, so you have to be humble if you really want to do business. It is not going about, throwing about, you know, showcasing what you have. If you go to meetings, the billionaires, they come in with jeans and t-shirts and sneakers. It is those of us, we call ourselves wannabe. The wannabe, we go there to impress. Then we put on nice suits, nice watch. In the meetings, they don't even look at the watch. They don't have time. When you talk to them and you hear the things they dream and think about, you realize you've wasted your time going to buy all these things. You know, so we have to be humble. Then you should have foresight.
Opportunity to grow his business. His ventures span media, manufacturing, agribusiness, and logistics. I didn't even know he produces plastic containers for many of the mineral bottled water we've been drinking. But I just got to know. He's the founder of Ken City Group, a conglomerate that includes Ken City Media, I'm talking about Net2 TV, Oman FM, Ash FM, Ashanti Steel, Africa's largest single-owned owner steel company, and one of the continent's largest cold storage facilities. His investment has created over thousands of jobs, particularly for Ghanaian youth, making him a vocal advocate for entrepreneurship as a tool for structural transformation. So what this means is that he has the freeness of speech when it comes to talking about how we can continue to empower the youth of our time to support Ghana's development. The second thematic area of his profile, his political leadership and public service. A founding member of the New Patriotic Party, Honorable Agyapong has played a pivotal role in shaping Ghana's democratic and economic landscape. He served in Ghana's parliament for 24 years. I am sure some of our students were not born, Honorable. Some of them were not born. 24 years. Please, let's clap for him. Represented the then Asin North and now Asin Central and chaired key committees, including local government and rural development, and later defense and interior. His political career is marked by bold advocacy for economic nationalism, anti-corruption, and transparent government. Over the years, this is something he's done so publicly to save the Ghanaian purse. In 2023, he contested for the presidential candidacy of his party, finishing as a runner-up. His campaign centered on restoring discipline, promoting job-led development, and building a resilient and self-sufficient Ghana we want. The third thematic area, thought leadership and vision for Africa. Honorable Agyapong's leadership philosophy is grounded in the belief that Africa's greatest asset is its people. And that is why when we invited him, he said, look, I'll block half of my day just to be with all students. Please, doesn't he deserve a round of applause? He has consistently articulated a vision of Africa that is self-reliant, productive, and globally competitive, anchored by local solutions to local challenges. He is a firm believer in the power of regional autonomy and decentralized governance to unlock innovation and responsiveness across the continent. His lived experience as both entrepreneur and legislator makes him an authoritative voice on the intersection of governance, economic growth, and youth empowerment. Let's look at another important aspect of him, social impact and philanthropy. And Honorable, as I read this one, please, we want to put concrete on this conference. And I am sure as I'm going to talk about another thematic area of him, social impact and philanthropy, Madam Dean is usually shy. She's not saying she needs a vehicle to promote the internship and practicum of the School of Social Science. But I have said it before reading this thematic area. From education to healthcare, Honorable Agyapong has invested extensively in social development. He has personally funded the education of hundreds of students, supported health initiatives, and provided infrastructure to underserved communities. And always his focus is on dignity, opportunity, and long-term impact. Known for his candor, patriotism, and fearless pursuit of change, Ken continue to inspire new generation of African leaders determined to shape the continent's future. And you are the latest addition he wants to impact. As a philanthropist, he's built a $6 million cardiotherapy center at 37 Military Hospital.
For this year's conference is very timely, yes. So, students, if that applause was for me, then I think the dean deserves a better one. Why do I say this? See, people pay a lot of money to get what you are getting today. And sometimes it is very sad that students don't take advantage of opportunities that come to you. I remember sometimes I do take my students out for programs. As social workers, we do a lot of programs. And then at the end of the day, you ask them, how many people did you talk to? And they'll be looking at you. Please, don't let that happen today. Yes, you should be innovative. Yes, you should be creative. It is very important. But your professional identity is also very important. Probably more important because you have to maintain it. And for us as social workers and social work students who are here, it is even very, very, very important for you to maintain your professional identities. Because we are a unique profession, a profession that has many, several, name it, fields that we can operate from the prisons, to the communities, to organizations, to families, to individuals, to couples, I mean, name it, social workers, we are there, to the hospitals, to schools, social workers, we are everywhere. So that is why it's even more important for you, even as today's world is presenting us with many technological tools. We live by it, we learn by it, we also use them to work. But your professional identity is even more important. My message to you today, as I started with, is that please, you have the think tanks here. Honorable Agyapong is here, and other people are here. Maybe you didn't hear it, so I want to say that again. Please, you even take a picture with him, put it on your social media platform. That is how we sell ourselves these days. So I always tell my students, when you take your social media, the phone, use it in a way that will benefit you. Okay, so yes, strive to network today. Strive to not just talk to people, but also take their numbers and follow up. Your degree is important. It can take you somewhere. What can take you far is your networks. I sometimes will tell my students, and most of the time I tell my students, even the person seated by you, your classmates, in the next 1 or 2 years, he can become the CEO, the MD, the MP. They can become anybody. So please, take advantage of today. Don't walk out without interacting with, I don't know the number to use, but maybe 50, 100. Oh yes, because this could be your gateway to employment in the next couple of months. I wish you the very best. And Madam Dean, thank you once again, and God bless you.